Hello and welcome back everybody to Lucy, the eternity she wished for. So, we left off at a decision. Should we try plugging the plug into her nose or not? Now, normally I'd try it, just because we don't know where the plug is. But since she seemed apprehensive to this idea, let's not be a dick. Then how should I power this thing? I examined the robot carefully. Maybe I've missed something. Huh? It's starting to jerk its body from side to side. It seems like it wants to turn around. Is there something on your back? Taking the hint, I glance at the back of its head. I squint my eyes. Could this be? Upon a closer look, I spot a small compartment at the base of its neck. I remove its protective lid. Inside, I find what looks to be a number of input ports. Bingo! I guess I'll try connecting it to one of these. I drag out the cable from a corner of my room. Without hesitation, I plug it in. I guess that sounds good. Finally, a response. It worked! Oh. Huh? Oh. Goddamn technology!
소유주가 등록되어 있지 않습니다. 5초 후 소유주 등록에 들어갑니다. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Korean numbers for beginners. What the heck is going on? What?
성문 확인. 지금 뭐 하자는 거야? 성문 기록 완료.
What? Hold on a second. I frantically latch onto the robot. I gotta say, I love the interface.
지문 확인. 맥박 정상. 기온 정상. 지문 등록 완료.
Say, what now? I let go of the robot immediately.
시각 정보 스캔. 시각 정보 확인.
So is there something you can do?
완료.
Just asking. So can you like analyze my DNA and stuff like that? Like, just to be sure. It's doing a bunch of things. And I don't think it's about to stop anytime soon.
이름을 발음해 주세요. 소유주의 이름은 무엇입니까?
What is happening?
이름을 확인합니다. 소유주의 이름은 뭐냐고 대체.
What do you think?
이름 등록 실패. 반복합니다. 소유주의 이름은 무엇입니까? 이름 등록 실패. 스테이터스 등록 보류. 이상으로 소유주 등록을 마칩니다.
Really? I don't have to give you a name? Well, that would have been awkward, since my name is basically you. Although that is probably a name in some cultures. Actually, I know in Japan it's a name. And just like that, all was silence once more. It felt as if a tornado had just ripped through the scene. I gripped my head in frustration. I really shouldn't have brought this thing home after all. This is already the third time regretting it today. Why do I keep punishing myself? The robot is facing towards me. Its eyes still retain a vacant look. I wonder if this is supposed to be normal. But at least it has started to move. I decide to throw a few questions at it. Hey, I'm gonna ask you something, so listen up and try to answer. You can do that, right? Its head tilts slightly to the side. I suppose it can move more than just its arms now. It's not much, But at least we're making some progress. Let's do this. Talk to the android, talk to myself. Why in the world would I talk to myself? But just in case, you know, I don't know how many endings there are to this game. But, you know, you never know, that's why I always save at decisions. So, what exactly are you?
말의 의미를 판단할 수 없습니다.
Don't you have a name or something like that?
모델명 루시 발렌타인 PIM001
Gung Il. So, Gung is 00 and Il is 1. Hey, I'm learning Korean today. That's actually not bad. So, Lucy Valentine, that explains the name, I guess. The name of the game, that is. Lucy Valentine. PIM...
Precision Instrument for Multipurposing PIM001
Ah, okay.
루시는 기존의 특화 타입에서 벗어나 언제 어느 상황에서든 소유주의 도움이 될 수 있도록 여러 신기술들이 집약되어 있습니다.
I see. Versatile. Latest features. I wasn't expecting those words from a piece of junk that could only move its arms up and down a moment ago. In short, her name is Lucy Valentine. The android named Lucy is waiting for my next words. Let's try taking a closer look. What the hell was that? Oh, I should click on stuff. It's like a point-and-click adventure now. Okay. It looks as good as new after the wiping I've given it. To be honest, she needs some new clothes, though. It possesses an alluring visage and a slender figure. Regardless of gender, I have to admit that it truly is a beautiful design. I don't know. I don't like the white with like light red to pink stripes. Not a fan of it. Also, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of like stomach-free designs. That is all up to taste, I know. But as a professional fashion designer that I just became in this moment right now, I personally think it's a no-go. It looks cheap, to be honest, but hey, you can wear whatever you want. It's just my opinion. And I don't know. The magical skirt uplifting without even doing anything is kinda weird. I'm just saying. I spot something on its left ear. A receiver? That is a good question. The robot has the appearance of someone in her late teens. I guess they were trying to model it after a teenage woman. I can tell that a lot of effort had been put into creating this android. It would probably sell for a premium price. It would be a waste to throw it away. Click to examine. Okay. Again on her? Like, why can I click something if she's the only thing I can click? I take a closer look at the android's eyes. I clicked on her skirt, but that's okay. They're blue and they look strangely similar to human eyes. As expected from technology, one whole generation ahead of LED lights. Yeah, technology advances fast, man. Those eyes do look quite real. Suddenly, the eyes shift over to me. Naturally, I meet their gaze.
안구 형태의 고성능 카메라가 2개 부착되어 있습니다. 인간과 동일한 감각으로 사물을 감지하는 것이 가능합니다.
Is that so? You're just a little bit creepy, lady. Just a little bit. The way those eyes moved was very unsettling. Like something straight out of a horror movie. I decide not to look at them again. They make me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, so abracadabra, I can again click one thing in this whole room, huh? I take a gander at the robot's moist, glossy lips. Let me try that again. At the robot's... God damn it, reading. At the robot. Okay, I can say robots. 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 Okay, let me do that again. At the robot's moist, glossy lips. There we go. Contrary to their appearance, they projected a harsh, robotic voice. Before advertising itself as a first-class model, I'd like to see if it's capable of changing its voice first. What's wrong with your voice? It sounds unnatural.
현재 음성 관련 모듈을 사용하지 못하고 있습니다. 루시 발렌타인은 기본적으로 10가지의 개성 넘치는 음성 프리셋을 지원하고 있으며 각종 이퀄라이저 기능을 내장함으로써 셀 수 없을 만큼 다양한 음성을 파생시키는 것이 가능합니다.
So basically you have 10 different voices. No reply. Why can't you use them right now?
대부분의 기능은 정상 모드 및 프로텍션이 해제된 상태에서만 사용이 가능합니다.
Okay.
절전 모드에서는 통상의 5% 미만에 해당하는 기능밖에 활용하지 못합니다.
Oh, so you're right now at 5%. Well, not bad, I guess. Then how do I get you out of this power-saving mode?
최소 20% 이상의 동력 여분이 남아 있어야 정상 모드로 이행이 가능합니다.
How long does it take for a full recharge?
제로를 기준으로 수면 모드 시에 총 8시간, 통상 모드 시에
Whoops.
총 16시간이 소모됩니다.
I hope the electricity bill doesn't go through the roof. Can't believe I'm talking like a cheap housewife in front of a robot. That is just silly. Forget about power saving mode. What is system protection mode?
대부분의 기능에 제한이 걸려 있습니다. 통상적인 활동을 위해서는 프로텍션 해제가 필수 불가결합니다.
Well, then how do I deactivate it?
알 수 없습니다.
Come again.
알 수 없습니다. 어떠한 필요성에 의해 잠금 기능이 걸려 있다고 판단됩니다.
I mean, it would be stupid if she explained to you how you undo the system protection mode. I guess that is only for her creator or for someone who actually bought her, not for someone who found her on the junkyard. But that is just me guessing.
보는 것은 바람직하지 않습니다.
What are you talking about? You're no better than a talking toaster right now. Do you really want me to throw you out? I'll have to take it to a repair shop first thing tomorrow. When does that place open again? So, Kelsey, please, I can only click on her. Ooh. Why make that a feature if I can only click on her? That I don't get. It makes the thing more fancy even though there is nothing fancy. Like what the hell? Oh well, I decide to take a look at the robot's ears.
음성 인식 기능을 통해 상대방의 음폭, 음색, 음정 등을 분석해 대상의 기분이나 의도를 대략적으로 알아내는 것이 가능합니다.
In the end, like the Korean voice actor always says something that sounds very similar all the time. Something like da. Now, I don't want to insult Korean people, but I simply don't understand what she says. But I wonder how that works. Like, is it like a verb that Korean sentences often end with? Like, I don't know, something like des in Japanese? If anybody knows, and I doubt anybody knows, that would be interesting to know. I haven't asked you anything yet. I take a look at the body itself. The shirt it's wearing is a little short, leaving out its midriff in plain sight. It's quite exposed overall. This model was probably created to attract male customers. I can't spot any curves in the chest area though. What? She has... Are you blind? Are you stupid? Like, there are curves. She has boobs. I don't know if you don't see that. Not that I care or anything. Haha. Okay. Can you move properly now?
모션을 구현하는 대부분의 모저 근육 파츠가 제대로 기능하지 않고 있습니다.
Which ones are you talking about?
델토이드 안테리엇, 델토이드 미들렛, 델토이드 포스테리엇, 펙토랄리스.
Okay, I get it.
펙토랄.
Okay, that's enough. What planet did this thing come from? From now on, try to keep things simple. How are your legs? Can you move?
불가능합니다.
What a pain. I'll have to take it to a repair shop. I think I'm starting to get the picture now. Let's do a little recap. First, the name of this android in front of me is Lucy Valentine. Second, according to the robot, it's actually a futuristic premium model. Third, as of now, it's no better than a talking tin can. And there you have it. And that is what we wasted 15 minutes on. God damn it. This was... Why do we have to look at each part of her? Like, what the hell? The best course of action right now would be to take it for repairs. It's going to be a lot of effort, but I guess it's not such a big deal. If I find out that I can't salvage it in any way, I can just sell it off on the spot. I was already doing the android a favor by saving it from those robots at the junkyard anyway. It's not like I'll feel guilty about it or anything. Okay, yeah, try to be a bit more obvious, please. A bit more obvious. I don't get the message. I'm very thick-headed. Okay, time to find a place that can get you fixed. Speaking of repair shops, I've actually heard of one that's pretty close by. Some relatively new place that I've noticed on my way to school. It's an antique shop, but I've heard that they also often deal with robot repairs. They also don't seem to charge a lot, and many say that they're the ace in the business. It's new, they don't charge a lot, and they're the ace in the business. How convenient. I'll pay them a visit tomorrow. Now, to decide when I should go. I guess morning would be best. Yep, sounds good. I'll leave the robot with him in the morning and pick it up on my way home from school. I'm done with my questions. Try to save up some energy for tomorrow.
5초 후 수면 모드로 전환합니다.
Yeah, that is useful.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As soon as I finish my sentence, with a sudden hissing noise, the robot grows lifeless. I groan as I reach out to catch its falling body. I carefully place it against the wall and straighten out its clothes. Whew. I'm totally drained. I hope tomorrow will be more peaceful. Okay, that we could have done this in 5 minutes. Yeah, I think we were at that, right? Yeah, it's exactly the same. May 3rd. Doctor. I hope this won't be as much of a drag. Oh, I know that music. I know that music because it's out of RPG Maker. Or I don't know, but it's probably out of the engine. Because I've heard it in many games, but most famously in Mad Father. It's actually the Flashback music of Mad Father. Always loved this track. Always loved this track. Goddamn. I've endured this far with just one goal in mind. This makes me nostalgic. There hasn't been a single day where I could rest. It's become natural to go to bed at the crack of dawn. I don't recall the last time I've been home. Thinking back, it's been quite a long while. 15 years. 15 years have passed since I've started this project. But the end is near. 15 years of hard work and determination. After all this time, the fruits of my labor may finally be realized. How long have I yearned for this day? I'd almost given up on you many times, but I pushed on through, and I finally succeeded. I barely managed to hold back the tears. I remind myself that it's still too early to celebrate. I must restrain my exuberance. I'm teetering on the brink of complete exhaustion. I've been pushed physically and mentally to my limit. I've become a shell of my former self. The last 15 years have taken a huge toll on me. I cannot wait any longer. That is why, please, Please open your eyes. Lucy Valentine. So, just a random flashback. Why do we always see this robot loss? Is that like a loading screen? Okay, so we're in October and the Doctor was in May. And apparently we're seeing the flashbacks of the Doctor. So I assume something happened. But I don't know what. Okay, before we actually go into the next scene, if there is a time for wild guesses, it should be now. Because from now on we will only get information and information and information, and I always like to take wild guesses without even having any knowledge what is going on. So I say authorities weren't happy that the Doctor created such a lifelike android. And they decided we can't have that. And that is why she landed on the trash. That is my prediction. But it's a total guess into the darkness. And probably out of... well, actually, that sounds like a logical story. It's probably not out of the left field. I shut off the alarm by reflex. I groggily get up to check the time. Although the story itself would be a bit cliché-ish, so I liked a twist or two, and maybe something a bit more intelligent than I just said. Like, be more intelligent than me. That's all I'm asking for. The clock reads 6:30 a.m. School starts at 8 o'clock sharp. It takes 30 minutes to get there. So I have about 1 extra hour. There's plenty of time left. And I'm still feeling tired. I lie back down. Ah, you forgot about the robot, huh? I decided to get some more sleep. You really forgot about the robot? Nah, you didn't, right? You didn't sleep. After a brief moment, I get back up. I realize that I've been forgetting something. Come to think of it, wasn't there a... I look around for the android. She really needs new clothes. And there it was, dressed in provocative clothing, with a tall nose, luscious lips, and hair glinting in silver. The android named Lucy came into my view. Lucy. As I call out to her, I'm greeted by an immediate reaction. It seems to be revving itself up. It mutters something and starts to rise off the floor. A robot with looks no different to those of a real person. Also with a pretty face to boot. Don't get the wrong idea. Just because it's attractive doesn't mean I'm interested. Subtlety. I love subtlety. I always love getting treated like an idiot. I always love that. Since it's a robot. In other words, it's like checking out a girl from a magazine. Except that feeling is amplified tenfold in this case. Although technology is improving, a huge gap remains between humans and robots. You can't approach a person like you would with a robot. No matter how close a robot could simulate a human being. Machine and man will always be different. As I continue staring at the android, I start thinking to myself, what kind of greeting should I be using here? Good morning? Did you sleep well? They all feel out of place. I decide to ask about her condition instead. How are your battery levels?
100% 충전 완료. 문제는 발견되지 않습니다.
I see. That's good. I let out a yawn as I make my way over to the bathroom. God damn, I can't read. I mean, that's no news, but I can't read. Actually, the toilet doesn't look that futuristic. I expected something cooler. I wash up to take care of my business and exit the bathroom. After drying myself with a towel, I enter the living room. I spot a couple of plain sandwiches on the table. I pick one up and take a bite out of it. It's always the same sandwich from the convenience store just across the street. While chewing, I'd idly take a look around the living room. My father has already left for work. He always leaves early and returns late at night. Actually, it's more common for him to spend the night at work. That's how it is around here. I return to my room. The android is waiting for me in the exact same spot. It seems like it hasn't even moved an inch since I woke up. As expected from a robot, I think to myself. Yeah, everything you do is thinking here. You don't really have to tell me, I'm just saying. Putting that aside, I start to prepare for school. While packing my bag, I start to wonder if the robot has any magical self-regenerating abilities. How do you feel? Now that you're on a full charge, are you able to walk? Its head slowly turns to face me.
하체 관절부의 상당량의 과부하를 감지, 통상적인 임무를 수행하기에는 이에 걸맞은 적재적소의 수리가 요구됩니다.
Yeah, so apparently you haven't. I told you to keep things simple. Get to the point.
아직 걸을 수 없습니다.
You're pretty stupid, aren't you? Still, aren't you a real pain? Aren't you a real dickbag? God damn it, you. I already hate myself in this game. For all the wrong reasons. Anyway, I understand. Even if I wanted to try repairing it myself, I won't be able to tell where exactly the issue lies. There's no choice. I'll see what happens once I take it to the repair shop. I finish up packing. The only thing left to do is carry the robot to the repair shop. Alright, how should I do this? Place it in my backpack, carry it on my back. How the hell are you planning to put her in your backpack? That seems like a very stupid idea. I mean, in general I wouldn't be against it, since it's like not as super obvious as carrying her on your back, but how in the hell is that supposed to work? This is probably the best way, right? I kneel down facing away from the robot. Alright, hop onto my back. I don't think she can. It tilts its head to the side, looking confused. After noticing that, I start to get a little irritated. First class model, huh? Yeah, right. Am I supposed to explain every little thing? Listen up. Put your arms around my neck and climb onto my back. Can you do that? After tilting its head again, it spurs into action.
확인 요망. 이 방법이 맞습니까?
Ow! Stop! Surrender! The two strangling arms loose their grip. I let out a few coughs. Are you trying to murder me? There's no need to put that much force into it. Just do it enough not to fall off. Honest to God, I thought I was actually going to die here. It was a fabulous chokehold, instantly bringing my knees to a collapse. This android should look to be a world wrestling champion. Hey, I am all for that. Although that is a pretty stupid gimmick. Not gonna lie, but maybe in the future it works better. When there are actual androids, why shouldn't there be a wrestling android? And because of the robot laws, it's practically impossible to hurt its opponent. And since it's a robot, there are probably no freak accidents. So the future of wrestling should be robots against humans. I decided that just now. Okay, let's try that again. Second time was the charm. I take a deep breath and hoist myself off the floor. I start to feel the forces of gravity pushing down on my back. Huh? I was prepared to break my back for this. Yet surprisingly, it wasn't too heavy. I finally come to appreciate this first-class product for the first time. Alright, here I go. Huh. I don't know. Now, I don't think I actually know this song, but it also seems kind of familiar. It's nice, like it has a good It's a nice day out there and I'm walking down the street vibe to it, you know? The weather isn't too bad. Yeah, there we go. Right interpretation for the song. The cool autumn wind is brushing against my skin. I gladly let the crisp morning air fill my lungs. It thoroughly cleanses away the stress piled up from last night. The streets are eerily quiet. I'm just glad that there are less people right now. It feels like I'm carrying an immature grown-up on my back. It's good that there are very few spectators to witness such a sight. I can at least avoid being the center of attention. I guess if there are many robots these days, that kinda happens from time to time. At least you would think so. Let's see here. I combed through my memories in an attempt to remember the location of the repair shop. If I'm correct, it shouldn't be more than 15 minutes away from here. It's a good thing that the shop is nearby. I'm not very athletic to begin with. No matter how light the android may be, I still won't be able to carry it around for a long time. I resume walking. Not too light and not too heavy. I maintain the balance of the robot shuffling around my back. Hold on tighter so you don't fall off. It feels like I'm scolding a child. Hey, stop moving around so much. I could feel the surface of the robot through my clothes. Okay, now I'm semi-sure. And this might only be speculation. But the person that is carrying the robot is not me. I do not have blue blackish hair. So I think this game might be some kind of Illuminati thing, you know? Some kind of crazy theory. Let's look for triangles, people. Let's look for triangles. Anyway, I could feel the surface of the robot through my clothes. It doesn't feel any different from normal human skin. I'd noticed it yesterday, yet it manages to surprise me again today. And it's not just the skin. I can also sense some moderate warmth rising from under the coating. It feels as if I'm carrying an actual person. The robot is probably just overheating itself, which is the reason behind this familiar warmth. Wow, feels just like a real person. I mutter to myself absent-mindedly.
냉각기 및 온도계는 정상적으로 작동 중입니다.
What's this all of a sudden?
인간의 기온을 척도로 세밀한 발열량 조절을 반복하고 있습니다.
Oh, that must be why. Motherboards and microprocessors consisting of various computer chips. There must be thousands of those inside a single android. The slight, fuzzy warmth emanating from the machine. It's as warm as human skin. It feels just like us. But it's not a real person. Just an elaborate fake. Sometimes I fear what progress in technology would bring to the future. Do you know where we're headed? With a whir, the robot shakes its head sideways. We're going to a place that gets you fixed. When they begin the repairs, you need to be still and quiet, so they won't be distracted. Do you understand? Hey, I'm asking if you understood. Say something. Yeah, she understood. That's why she's not answering. There's no reply. I just hope I'd got my message. I let out a small sigh and continue to walk. My classmates will be starting to make their way to school now. I begin to hurry so as to avoid running into anyone that might recognize me. Huh. I think we'll keep going. Yeah, otherwise there happens so little in this episode otherwise. I think I'll cut some stuff out in the beginning. Like in the beginning it was just so much description of her superpowers. I guess I'll see. A little while later I arrive at my destination. Stretching out my mightily aching back, I stand before a small building reminiscent of an antique shop. I've heard that they actually do sell some old goods, but they often deal with repairs. To be specific, it's just the owner's hobby to repair robots. He's not a professional by any means. From what I can find out, they've got a solid reputation though. Most likely, they're better known for repairs than selling merchandise. To be honest, I've yet to hear of another competent place for the job. I don't know much other than that. That's because I've never been here before. I'd only heard about them. This is the first time actually checking out the place myself. Obviously, I wouldn't normally ever visit a place like this, but today's an exception. Wow. This actually looks like kind of an old school garage repairing room. Like the one of my grandpa or something like that. That's actually awesome. Gives me kind of an at-home feeling, you know. Like my grandpa was like a steel worker. I don't know the English word for what he did right now. But he also repaired stuff and for work and etc. etc. And these days, now that he is retired, he's just repairing stuff on its own. For the sake of, you know, doing it and having fun. I don't know, this gives me a cozy feeling. Oh, the repairman has no voice actor. Okay. I don't know how old you are. If you're an old man or a young man. Was that mentioned? I don't remember. You'll just get a deep voice. There we go. What? A customer already? Hold on a second. A grumpy voice full of annoyance. Okay. I'm greeted by a grumpy voice full of annoyance. After a while, a man emerges from the back, scratching his head. Ah, okay. No, you're not. You're definitely not an old man. But you look like a douche. I'm just saying. God, I'm so judgmental. Jesus. He looks as if he just woken up. He doesn't appear too young or old. Somewhere in his late 20s, maybe. He probably didn't get a lot of sleep last night. He doesn't stop yawning. So, what can I do for ya so early in the morning? Unable to move my arms, I gesture at the android, wrapped over my back with my chin. I was looking to get this robot repaired. Huh? An android? Wiping his tired eyes, he passes his gaze onto the robot. Let me see here. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen this model before. I spot a glint of curiosity in those sleepy, half-closed eyes of this. He walks over to take a closer look. Oh, and he gets much more blurry, coming closer to the screen, okay. Huh. I can't believe it. I'm totally stumped. It's probably some obscure model from an unknown company, or it's never actually been released to public. Where exactly did you get this android? I'm not sure how I should respond to this. If I tell him about the junkyard, he might call the cops on me, since it's illegal to take anything out of there. It could get problematic if I let him in on everything. What should I say? I found it lying somewhere outside. It fell from the sky. Tell him the truth. Okay, that is actually a good question. You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm a terrible person. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll make another cliffhanger. Alright, so you may be wondering why is this episode so long compared to the first one, and you also may be wondering about the fact that I mentioned I wanted to cut out stuff and then I didn't. Well, basically, on the Steam page there are Let's Play policies that I didn't read, to be honest, that I didn't read before starting this LP. The Let's Play rules for the game are as followed. You are allowed to play at max 3 hours, and you are not allowed to skip stuff. So I assume that also means don't cut out stuff. So, what this means for my LP here is, I guess we'll just follow the rules and play until we played like 3 hours, and then I'll stop, say my opinion about the game at this point, and I guess then you have to play it for yourself. I mean, the creator's wishes are the creator's wishes, and I totally respect that. I mean, I'm just... In the end of the day, I always see it like this. I'm just a dude, sitting on his ass, playing video games. Well, there are actually people out there who put a lot of work into this. And if these are their wishes, these are their wishes, and I totally respect that. So, just in case you were wondering. Alright, now, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the next episode, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.